Hey guys, thanks for checking out the video. In this episode, I'm going to be talking about 5 ways you can make money with your 3D printers. So let's get right into it. So I've been 3D printing for a couple years now, and I started making some money with it, more of as like side income and hobby kind of money. But I've been scaling up and figured I want to give back to the community and basically share some tips and tricks that I've learned along the way. So, your first one obviously is going to be printing out models for friends or family and charging per print, however many hours it takes to print versus your time cleaning up support material. All of that gets factored into it. So that's number one, is just obviously printing out models that say someone found a file online, you want to print it out for them. Fine, you charge them time and materials for that. Number two is actually learning how to 3D model and print yourself. You know, by learning how to 3D model and make your own models, you're going to make a lot more money than just printing out other people's designs. Because once I learned Rhino and other softwares, I've been like making my own creations, and you can charge hourly, you can charge like basically by the job. I feel like I'm making more money by the design and software end of it than the actual selling of the prints, just because of how I like to operate. I have more fun too designing instead of printing out models that other people created. So it's all personal. Some people find that they can have really low margins with, or really high margins with printing out and selling, and that's fine. Then go that route. For me personally, I found that I enjoy the design aspect more of it than the pumping out production side of it. So that was number two. So number three on the list is affiliate marketing. It's something that I've started to get a little bit into, but haven't totally capitalized on it yet. But I do have a deal now with Sunlu. It's a company that I really like to use their filament. So whenever I print out my model, using Sunlu's filament, then I'll put a link down in the description like, hey, if you like this model and you like the filament too, then click my link. I'll get a couple bucks off of it, but it doesn't charge you anymore. You actually get a discount with the code that you use. So that's another example of like affiliate marketing. If you find like different companies, if they offer that kind of thing, then you can make money on certain products, and they'll benefit as well because you're giving your audience to them for the market. That's number three. Number four is actually having a 3D printer or other kind of interesting hobby can help with your 9 to 5 job. When I was applying to jobs, I work as an architect, but when I was applying for jobs, I was like, I might as well put my 3D printing stuff on my resume, because it's not 100% relatable to what I would be doing full time, but it's something that can help because I'm in the design field. 3D printing was definitely a compliment to that on my resume. I stood out from other people, at least what I was told. I stood out from other people because, it's something interesting, something that sets you apart from your competition, essentially, when you're looking for a job. And it actually has paid off. I've had a nice deal going with my boss now where she wants like these mini houses that I've created, and then it's something on the side that I print, and then we did like Christmas presents, etc. It's like something that can benefit both parties, by getting into 3D printing or other interesting hobbies. And my number five tip is entering design competitions. This is kind of like my bread and butter, where like I would enter a whole bunch of different design competitions, and I'd actually place really well. Going to design school really helps me in like setting apart from the competition. I've come away with, I want to say, I have 3 different 3D printers I've won, like from competitions, either coming in first or second, etc. But I know I've got my Radiant Blossom won me a Zmorph 3D printer, and then the Harp, I won another 3D printer, and then just like different kinds of competitions. You'll find some of them offer 3D printing as a 3D printer as the top prize, or maybe it's filament, maybe it's resin for prizes. But it's also just a way of getting yourself out there and getting noticed, because you start entering these competitions, people like your designs, you get more popular online, and you kind of like build an audience that way as well. So that's kind of been my route with 3D printing and entering design competitions. Sometimes there's cash options, but I don't normally enter those. I've won, I want to say it was one a couple years ago, but the top prize that I won was only $50. So it was like, well, I mean, I just spent $50 in my time and energy printing out the model and painting it and everything. So those are a couple different ways that I've told you about how you could potentially make money with your 3D printer. I'll go into in depth in future videos, but I just wanted to drop this for today and just, I don't know, let me know down in the comments if you have any questions or let me know what you guys are working on too. I'm curious to hear what you've got going on. But, anyways, thanks, guys.